We're here in Hawaiian, Michigan, trying to find the remains of the abandoned Hawaiian Village Resort Conference Center and Tiki Lounge. And all we found so far that shows any activity man-made left over here is this steel barricade protecting a water well and the paved parking lot. It was the parking lot for the motel, restaurant, and lounge. And this was quite a big deal back in the 1960s when they had Tiki was a big fad, along with everything having to do with Hawaii and the South Seas after the military personnel returned home from World War II. One of the people who settled in Hawaii started a company, very successful, and made bars leak radiator stop leak fluid. And he decided he wanted to open the ultimate Tiki resort here in Hawaii, Michigan, to give local people the feeling of the South Seas lifestyle. He built a really fancy Tiki bar with an Asian Oriental restaurant. It looked like a traditional Tiki hut. It had Tiki totems and carved figurines, and they had a gift shop. I've got some menus. I'm going to post up some copies of the menus and pictures from the gift shop, as well as pictures of the resort motel and lobby. They had a beautiful waterfall inside. They had an event center and conference room. They hosted concerts from top-notch entertainment was there. The rumor is that Frank Sinatra, the Everly Brothers, major entertainment groups that are nationally famous actually played here through the 50s and 60s. And it was really quite a big deal. On the lake in the back here, when I was around Hawaii a lot back in the late 70s, early 80s, they'd have motorcycle ice racing in the wintertime. And they'd turn the hotel property into a residential hotel. It kind of went downhill. They had people just paying by the week to actually live here. And then it closed down shortly after that and was converted into a drug and alcohol rehab center in its final phase of operation. And we're just driving through here. I thought maybe there might be some buildings left, or maybe some hints of the foundations or something, but everything's been torn out and taken up except for the parking lot. There's really not much to see here. But I hope you enjoy watching the rest of the video where we have the slideshow presentation about what it looked like back in the day, probably 50, 60 years ago. It was really quite the cool place, and I'm really sorry that I never got to come here and attend it for an official event when it was open. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy my channel. Subscribe, check out my other abandoned locations and how-to videos. Bye for now.